Okay, huge spoiler alert. I'm spoiling this movie. Okay, I don't know why I call it a Lifetime movie, but it just feels like a Lifetime movie. So that's what I'm gonna go with. This one is called A Strange Affair. It's about a husband and wife, and the husband is like the biggest man child ever. He gambles and he cheats, and he gambles with the house money, like money to pay the mortgage and the light bill and etc. The wife, she works and she supports the household. One day she decided that she wanted to open up. Well, she had been planning this. She had saved up $10,000 to open up her own catering business because it was her dream, right? She told her boss, "Hey, I appreciate you, but I'm going to go my own way." So she went to the bank one day to withdraw that money so she can go ahead and get the process started. And when she went to the bank, the teller told her, "I'm sorry, ma'am, but there's no money in this account." And she was like, "What do you mean? There should be $10,000 in there. What's going on?" They go into the account and they see that $300 a day. Somebody was withdrawing $300 per day and completely drained the account. And then one of the bank managers realized what was going on and told her, "Hey, your husband came in here with who we thought was your wife, made a duplicate ATM card so they had access to the account," because husband was not named on that account. He did not have access to the account at all. So he walked his mistress up in there and pretended that was his wife to get access to that account. She goes home and says, "Hey, ain't no money in this account that didn't have your name on it." And he says, "Well, the kids needed money. What we were supposed to do." He didn't have access to that account. And she got fed up. She's like, "I'm done with this shit. I'm not doing this no more. So I gotta go." She packed her shit and left. She drove to Canada. In the midst of all of this, when she gets to Canada, she gets a phone call from her kids saying that their dad had a medical thing happen. I don't know if it was a heart attack or a stroke. Something happened and it was serious. And they ask him, "Where is she at?" She was like, "Okay, I'll be there." She drives back. She gets to the hospital. And it's a serious condition that involves him being nursed back to health. And everybody is talking about the wife nursing him back to health. And she looking like, "Damn, I just left. I tried to get away from this jackass," but she couldn't get away from him. Her kids coerced her into nursing him back to health. She was like, "Okay, it's your father. I'll do this for you." So she takes him home. And she's having to get up at 2 a.m. every day to change his IV. Like, this is a full-time care thing. And this jackass is not making it any better. He making her life harder as if she did something to him. Just being difficult. "No, I can't do that. I can't do such and such." Just being a child. But remember, she didn't already quit her job. So she don't have money to really do anything. And one day she had to get the car fixed. She dropped the car off at the mechanics, and she was coming to pick it up. And the mechanic told her how much it was. She was like, "I don't have it, but is there any way we could work this out?" The mechanic was like, "Sure, let me get you a loaner car because I'm not in the business of robbing people further who I know don't have it." So he gave her a loaner car so she can get done what she needed to get done. Because all the while she's still trying to start her catering business. Then all of a sudden, this mechanic is around a lot more. He bought a house. He raking up leaves. He cutting grass. He fixing stuff around the house. Now, husband looks out and sees this man is here often. And he asks his wife, "Hey, what you doing for him to be able to be doing all of this for us?" Wife kept saying, "No, that's just my friend. He's just my friend, and he just wants to help me out." And he actually did help her out leaps and bounds more than her husband ever did. But he's still inept. He can't do a lot for himself. But here come mechanic. Here come handyman. Handyman fixes some sort of contraption. "Hey, this is your IV, so it's going to be an automatic drip, so your wife doesn't have to get up at 2 a.m. every day to change her IV." Husband says, "Oh, she loves doing that." He said, "Well, we just want her to get her sleep, so we're just going to set this up." And, just making her life easier. Mechanic is making her life easier. So she finally gets her catering business off the ground. And, the mechanic is allowing her to use his kitchen. And, stuff is really picking up. But all the while, she's denying her feelings for Handyman. And, you know, husband is jealous because he see this man doing all of this for his wife that he never did. One day, husband has had enough. He says, no, mechanic gotta go. He can't come back anymore. Wife was like, I want him to stay here with me. And he gonna stay here with me. And that's the end of it. Then he gets the kids involved to try to manipulate their mama. And that didn't really work out. So, long story short, they end up moving into a different house because the house they had was too much for them. And Handyman moves in to the extra bedroom, and he's paying rent on the house, you know, to alleviate the financial part of it. It was funny because the handyman started helping out the husband, like taking him to the bar, really just getting him out of her hair so she could do what she needed to do. Husband fought it every step of the way, but then something dawned on him, and oh, I like this guy. We could be buddies. So they start, being buddies. Oh, I forgot to mention there was he tried to kick the handyman out. The husband tried to kick the handyman out more than once. And wife was like, no, we're not doing that. Then he did. Yeah, husband says something to piss off the wife. So the wife went into the handyman's room and led him upstairs. And they were having sex super, super loud. This man was crying in bed. The husband was crying in bed, hearing all of what was going on in the next room. And that made his ass quiet. He didn't say shit else from that point on. But yeah, the handyman and the husband started to be good friends, and they all lived in the same house together, because they decided they were going to take care of the husband together, the handyman and the wife. That's why it's called a strange affair, because everybody was living in the same house together. But yeah, the husband ended up dying. He died at the end. But I thought it was just fascinating that the handyman, her boyfriend, put up with so much from the husband and her inner turmoil and all of that because he loved her. He said to the husband verbatim, I love this woman, and if this is what I could do to make her happy, this is what I'm going to do. That's all I care about, is for her to be happy. I said, this is some strange shit here. It was a strange affair. It was a good movie. But yeah, that's all. Y'all have a good one.